Jesse Palmer. I'm Reese Davis. Let's go down to our sideline reporter, Holly Rowe.
Thanks, guys. Coach Sweeney, he understands what a challenge this is. Number one, the stadium is one of the best in college football. Every time you step foot in this crowd, in this stadium, you have to be at your best from a communication standpoint. This top 25 team will be a challenge, and he understands his guys have their backs against the wall. They have to communicate and be effective at the line of scrimmage. Back to you.
Thank you, Holly. Really looking forward to this matchup. The Tigers' offense will have the football first. And now the junior transfer wide receiver. And what a treat to see a couple of pass catchers like this, each taking their shot to make big plays.
And I'm just telling you, being around Jesse Palmer all week, these two schools, he wouldn't mind playing for these schools because they develop the wide receiver position year in and year out. They find guys with athletic ability that are playmakers, and it's no different today. Palmer, talk about these two dudes.
Yeah, I mean, you're absolutely right. I mean, they fit this game and the tradition of both these schools, putting out All-American receivers, Bolitnikoff winners, first-round draft picks at the position, and you've got two of those guys here in this game. They're each going to get a bunch of balls thrown their way. They're both so dangerous after the catch. This is a quarterback's dream to get a chance to play in either of these two offenses. This one's going to be fun.
Quarterback making adjustments. To the air. It's Levin. Fires to the wideout. Finds a man in the middle. He'll have enough to move the chains. It's first down at the 38. LSU right back to the line.
And, man, that's not a surprise that they come to their go-to guy early. This is an offense that's so much fun to watch, and it's because they know who they are. They know how to get the ball to their playmakers. And on the first drive, Palmer, get your guy a touch, get him involved. You know receivers got some feelings, Jesse. I love that they're getting him lathered up and a touch early in this football game.
Yeah, he's definitely one of those guys who feels like he's open every single play, so it is a good idea to get him going early. For the defense, that's a bit of a jab in the face right there because you came into this game, you know who's going to get the ball. You know where they're throwing it, and you've got to do a better job now disguising your coverages to try and limit him and take him away as much as possible.
This offense is perfectly fine with a little game because they're going to make you tackle this all game long. They're going to make you think all game long, so they'll keep running it ad nauseum and just wait for that one opportunity when you don't do your assignment.
Now facing a third and long. Looking to throw, and he needs a bunch. He took a hit as he threw it and couldn't deliver the football. It's incomplete, and fourth down's coming. LSU will bring the punt team on the field. And the punt hits at the 8 and goes into the end zone for the touchback. The Tigers offense coming on the field, and we'll get our first look at them in this one. We get a look at the guy the quarterback will be looking for, T.J. Moore. Every time he gets a chance to make a play, the entire stadium holds its breath.
And what a treat, man. We get to see an elite wide receiver, the master at his craft, perform today. And obviously, nobody in the seats are surprised, right? Because this university continually pumps out guys at the spot. But, Jesse, I love it.
And the quarterback goes down at the 11-yard line.
All right, that's when the offensive line has got to be able to communicate and pick up. When that inside linebacker comes running through the A-gap or the B-gap, those O-linemen, they've got to work together, and they've got to pass guys off to one another to make sure they pick him up. He didn't do it that time.
With the catch, it's Haynes. And he just couldn't get started. Goes down behind the line of scrimmage, and they'll lose yardage on the completion. As Holly mentioned earlier, this home crowd can create a huge advantage. On third and long, he's going to have to turn one loose downfield. Intercepted, and the defense has set him up. Looking for more room. And they capitalize not only on the pick, but on the great return to improve this field position.
And these are the mistakes backed up you can't make as a quarterback, man. You've got to protect the football. Big-time mistake. Defense capitalizes and sets their offense up with elite field position.
And the Tigers are threatening on first and goal. They weren't able to get that one off. It'll be a delay of game. That is a completely avoidable penalty. The quarterback just went into brain lock and lost track of the play clock. Tight end now in motion. Rides to back and leaves it. Tough to run it this deep in the red zone, and he found nothing at all that time. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. Quarterback keep. Could not find a hole. This defense clogging up everything. It's 3rd and goal. You get down in the red zone and then you have a couple of plays like this offense has just put out there. This can absolutely ruin your day. It's complete on the right side. Touchdown! Catch and run for 6. The offense did exactly what it needed to do, getting the ball in field position.
You keep your foot down. When you get opportunities like that, they are golden chances to put touchdowns on the board. The offense took care of business.
And the extra point is good, and it's 7-0. And he takes this from inside the... And he loses the ball deep in his own end. Scooped it! Scored it! Into the end zone! Down, Tigers.
And this is why a lot of coaches don't kick the ball out of the end zone. They want them to return the football so something good can happen. So you can put a hat on a football, cause a fumble, make something happen, Palmer, and that's exactly what the kickoff unit does.
Man, I love kickoff coverage units, David, that take pride in their jobs. These guys want to line up. They want to run down the field and hurt somebody. That was a huge game-changing play to not just create the turnover, but to score a touchdown.
And the extra point was good. Looks as if the returner will try and field this one. Not a whole lot of room to operate on that return as the coverage unit was there and ready. After that kickoff, the medical staff is out there to tend to the injured player. This drive will commence from their own 11-yard line. Tried to hit him with a quick game on 1st down and nothing doing there.
Well, that receiver's looking at his teammates like, guys, what's up? You're not going to block for me on the screen? Seriously? I mean, I just lost yards on a screenplay. How does that happen?
Wants to fire on 2nd down. Makes the grab. It's Brown. Coming out, attacking from deep in their own end, and they're out at the 26 with the 1st down.
You know, Clemson football is at its best when they've got that guy at the helm that can be a playmaker. And Cade Klubnik had some of those flashes, right? Like going to the college football playoff the year before. But Clemson returning back to humanity a year ago. Not a good season for them. And Jesse, they didn't go out and get the 5-star commit in the portal. They didn't go out and pay a lot of money. They believe in developing it through high school and the guys they brought in.
Is it the guy, though? Because you mentioned...
And the heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
Well, you're seeing a complete effort right now by this football team. Their offense has been doing their part, scoring points. They've got a big lead, and the defense right now is just shutting the opponent out. So good against the run and so athletic, and they have the ability to rush the passers. You saw right there getting the sack. We're only in the 1st quarter, but they're right now winning this game in all 3 phases.
Oh, he didn't get past the marker before starting his slide, and now it's 4th down. So Clemson is lining up to punt this one away. He's got it. Slips through the line. Well, they finally stop him, but he found some running room on that return and really helps out his offense to start this drive. Plenty of time for one more snap before the end of the quarter. the RPO complete. He's out of bounds after the good pickup, and what a way to end the first period. Now the challenge here, they've taken a punch, but they can't let it get out of hand as we start the second. So they'll go back to work after changing into the field. Wide receiver going in motion. Going with the counter play here. Nowhere to go on that one. It'll bring up 2nd and 10. All right, guys, let's talk LSU. You start the season top 25. Clearly expectations are flying your way, but with that might come some roadblocks.
Well, I think you got to take every week and every opponent one at a time. The number beside your name doesn't matter right now. The number matters late in the season. So you want to start the season fast. You want to be gelling on offense and on defense. I think that's the challenge early here.
Absolutely. Figuring out who you are. Obviously some talented pieces, well thought of in the top 25, but a lot of season to go out and prove it. Day one, game one. Make that first impression.
Off the play fake on first down to throw. On target. The ball is down at the 14 after that grab.
And that's why they got to keep running the football, man, because play action is going to be a big part of this game plan. You've got to get this tight end over the middle of the field vertically and give him an opportunity, because you just saw how dangerous he is after the catch.
The Tigers come to the line on 3rd and short, trying to keep the drive alive. On the option. Now the toss. And they just didn't get anybody on that defense out of position, and they will lose yardage on that one. It's 4th down, and they'll try the field goal. It is perfect. And that will extend their lead even further.
Man, so many more times we're going to say, go for it, be aggressive. Nice to have a guy you can depend on, and you know you're putting 3 on the board. Nice kick, nice job.
He'll bring it out. It's Brown. And the returner will be brought down. Tigers sending out their offense, ready to get this drive started. Trailing now by 17, David. This is an opportunity that they need to answer.
And down by 17, it's not panic mode yet. Like, I know we just gave up some points and our defense hasn't played great. I think this offense can still be who they are and stay consistent.
No doubt, lots of football to go, but you do get the feeling this is the time of game where, you know, it could get bad. If you don't score and all of a sudden they get the ball back, they take it down the field and put some points up, this thing might be over. So absolutely, this quarterback, he wants to drive this offense down the field and at least put something on the board.
They come through with the explosive play, and they'll have the first down, but we see a man who is slow to get up, and let's check on him. They'll operate out of split backs. Off the play fake on first down, wants to throw. Complete. And he's able to bounce off one tackle for a solid pickup. Got 7 on that last completion. They might be able to take a shot on 2nd and 3. Now the play fake. Throws it deep. He's got it on the outside. Shakes a man, and he might take off. Touchdown, Clemson. And once he got away from the knee, they had no shot at catching it.
It's so challenging to stop the middle of the field passes deep down. You stretch me in these zones. I got to run with you in man. It's always a good idea to run those deep posts, and you could tell they saw it all the way. Receiver, quarterback on same page, gets the big touchdown.
And he made the extra point without problem.
Number 81, set to kick this one away.
Here he comes from inside his own 5. And the returner could find no daylight. He goes down. They've got a little time here to put together a productive drive late in the half. They'll start on the ground with Durham. Slams into the pile. He'll get 1 to the 17. After picking up a couple at 2nd and 8. Looking to pass. It's Levin. Makes the catch. It's Harris. He makes the stop almost as soon as he catches it, and they're short of the first down. From the gun, he'll try to throw for it on third down. And the incomplete pass will bring up fourth down.
Well, the defense finally has figured it out. That was critical for their confidence because they had been scored on earlier. They had given up a ton of yards. I think they understood the gravity of the situation. Third.
Look at this, guys. The offense appears to be going for it from their own side of the field. On fourth down, he'll try to toss it. Under fire. And they gambled in their own end, and now they give up really good field position. Great place to start for this offense. They'll move the wide receiver. Fights off a defender. And he doesn't find much running room, a short gain on the play. They got 3 on the last pass. Here comes 2nd and 7. Whistle blows. We are at the 2-minute timeout, and man, oh man, could these guys use a score to cut into this lead. Try to make up for some of that lost ground on 2nd down. Looking to fire. Wesco on the screen. He's brought down, but he went backwards after that completion, not the way they had it drawn up. Better get that seismograph ready here in Death Valley. Huge third down coming. On the run, fires downfield. Touchdown, Clemson. And they take it in for 6 more points.
And I tell you what, that passing touchdown, man, that should spark this whole team. Like, the comeback is more than on now. Like, they got the touchdown. They cut into the lead. You want to get a stop and go into the half, get all the juices, all the excitement, and be like, listen, the passing game's rolling. We got this. The comeback's in full effect.
And it's up and good as they draw just a touch closer. Quick strike offense on that 3-play scoring drive. And they close the deal with a 20-yard pass for 6. On the run from inside his own 5. He was looking for more running room, but none to be found as he stopped at the 23. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. That 4th down gamble didn't pay off on the last drive, and it led to giving up. Scoring drive, David.
Yeah, and everybody wants to go for it on 4th down. Everybody wants that, but your defense sometimes has to bail out your decision-making. We decided to go for it. We didn't get it. The defense, Jesse, didn't come up big and prove me right.
Yeah, not complimentary football, no doubt. But look, this offense has been in these situations before, so you got to come back out here, take the field. It's a fresh set of downs, brand new drive. Let's go out and execute, put some points on the board.
Now moving to his right, looking for anyone that's open. Just missed his man, gave him just a little too much.
And listen, as a quarterback, you're trying to find the matchup, trying to find who's open. I don't know if anybody was open, but that was not a greatly thrown football. I don't know if it was miscommunication, but the ball thrown out of bounds and just on to the next down.
Looking downfield, it's Levin. Makes the catch, it's Harris.
And there you see the arm talent by the quarterback. Throwing a curl route into zone coverage, you've got to get the ball there quickly. And you saw the cannon this QB has.
3rd and short from the 44, and we might know if they plan to go for it on 4th down by what they call here. play action. Firing to the right, complete. He's going to come up a couple of yards short of the first down. Timeout called by Clemson. That's their first. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. A couple of yards short of the first down in your own territory, but they are going to go for it on 4th. He's brought down, but not before he picks up the first down and a gutsy call to keep this drive alive.
That tells you a lot about their confidence in this quarterback. 4th down early in the game on your own end, and you go for it, but when you make decisions and throws like that, it's easy to see why.
And it's incomplete, deflected, knocked away by the knee.
How about the coverage by the defender on that throw? It was as if he knew where the ball was going to go. He practically ran the route for the wide receiver before swatting it away.
Throws for the tight end. Finds a man on the right. They got the first down, mark it at the 26 in the waning seconds of the half. LSU quick to the line. Looking downfield on first down. Unleashes one deep. And this will be incomplete. A big hit there forces second down.
Not many receivers like to get hit. They just don't, okay? They're prima donnas. That's what they are. That's who they are. Nice job by the defender. You could tell he was catching the football. He was going to put a hit on him to make sure he had to think about something later, and you could see the ball pop out and fall to the ground.
Fires it incomplete.
All right, you got to be careful here if you're the quarterback, right? Back-to-back incompletions. You've had a nice drive. You're still in field goal range, though. Think about this. You cannot take a sack. That has got to be what the play caller is reminding his quarterback about in the headsets right now. If it's not there, throw this thing away because we've got a chance to at least get 3 points here.
Time dwindling away as they try to put points on the board right before the half. To the air, it's Levitt. Oh, they're after him. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. Going the other way, and he's got room. Finally brought down, but what a play, not only to get the football, but to flip the field position with the return. Just enough time for one final play in this half. Hit as he throws. That's caught. It's Brown. They finally make the stop. That's going to make those halftime stats look a little bit nicer as we head to the break. That's going to wrap up the first half here, and now we join Kevin with the halftime update. He'll put toe to leather and get this second half started. He'll bring it back from inside his 5. He'll be stopped short of the 20-yard line on the return. They'll mark him at the 19. Clemson comes out its offense ready to go on the attack. They start this third quarter one-possession game and hoping to get an early drive going.
This offense is ready, and they're ready to take the field here and see if they can get something established. They don't have to change everything and reinvent the wheel. They've had some successes in the first half, so let's get that continued here on the opening drive.
Yeah, and I love getting that break at half to go talk with my coaches and pick my offensive coordinator's brain so I know exactly what I need to do to attack this defense, and I get ball first.
And they won't make the connection going for the big play.
But that's an incompletion, and really poor accuracy by the quarterback there. When you're throwing the ball down the field, you don't need to make it perfect, but you do got to put it somewhere around your receiver. You got to give him an opportunity to go up and make a play for it.
And listen, that's not a surprise. Obviously, they want to throw the football on third down and try to get a first down, but it got absolutely nowhere. Great job by the defense, rallying up and actually getting a tackle for a loss.
Makes the catch, wants to make a move upfield. They'll put a stop to that return as he gets it up to the 41-yard line. LSU will dive into the playbook here on offense. Wide receiver comes in motion. An unforced error there. They don't get the snap off in time. So frustrating to see an offense lose track of the play clock and pick up a penalty like that. Got it behind the line. It's Green. At midfield, he's got room. A big play gets it into plus territory, and they'll mark him out of bounds at the 44. The Tigers come to the line on the heels of that big pass play. Off the play fake on first down to throw. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
This defense, they are tenacious, and they've got guys up front that are athletic and that are so strong and then can collapse the pocket. You saw it right there in that play action attempt.
To the air, it's Levin. Moving out to the right. He'll pull it down and run. Defense there to get him out of bounds as he gets it down to the 48.
And that's a missed opportunity by the defense, because if this quarterback is going to decide to run the ball, you have got to make him pay. You at least have to hit him and put him on the ground. I know they didn't give up a big, long, explosive run, but you got to get shots on this guy when you can. That time, they let him get out of bounds.
Lewis from the gun on third down. Intercepted. Big play stops the drive. Couldn't find a ton of room on that return, but that small change, they take over at the 43. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. Catch in the middle, it's Moore. Bringing it back. They make the stop, but there is a flag on the field. We'll see what that's all about. So they'll decline the penalty, pleased with the results of that last play. The offense comes back out with a new set of downs after the penalty. Wants to throw on first down. Unloads to the wideout. Finds his man. It's Moore. Found a little bit of room to operate, but he'll be stopped just short of the first down. And that last completion left him with 2nd and 1. And this is a fun moment for an offensive coordinator. Quick spin on the run. All down, but he has enough to move the chains. Clemson ready to go back to work with another first down. Snapped it in the shotgun. Got out of trouble, got rid of it. And the physical play there forces the incompletion on first down. Into the third quarter of this opening week of the season, it's now 2nd and 10. Back to pass. Got it set up on the outside. Oh, he's got some space. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. Run in the red zone, it's Haynes. No room to run, and he's stopped right at the line of scrimmage. It'll be 2nd and goal. They're about to run a dirty half-dozen plays on this drive. 2nd down, they'll go to the air. Touchdown, Tigers! And that one will give them the lead. Lining up to tack one more onto that lead. That's his 3rd touchdown pass of the day. The defense has no clue how to respond right now.
No, and the defense has had absolutely no answer. He's been on the money. He's been on fire, making the right decisions and just carving this defense up.
Bounces through the end zone. It's a touchback. They'll bring it out to the 25. So the LSU Tiger offense comes out to start this drive. This thing has sort of gotten away the last couple of possessions. They've been a little too generous, David.
Yeah, like a non-profit, man, like a charity, giving the football away too much. Got to take care of the football, Jesse. Otherwise, you got no shot to win this football game.
You're right, man. At this level of college football, it doesn't matter how talented you are. It doesn't matter who you're playing. If you're sloppy, you put the football on the ground or you throw picks, you're going to find...
Makes the grab and room to run. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. Here's a give to Durham. And they'll bring him down after a short pickup.
And the defense doing a great job committing to the run. When you commit to the run like this, obviously you can give up some plays in the passing game, but you got to stop the run first.
Picked up 2 yards on that last one. They need 8 on second down. Lewis rolling to the right, trying to make something happen. Complete. The defense wouldn't let him loose there, and it was a completion, but they lost yardage. They'll come to the line at the 42, facing a 3rd and long. Got his man. He picked up some yardage, but they stop him at the 45, and he'll be a little short. And here they come going for the first down on 4th and 2. 4th down, Lewis. It's complete to the right. How about knocking him down to stop him short of picking up that first down? He wastes no time and comes out throwing. Wesco's got it in the middle. Really short gain on that one. Defense all over it. Picked up 5 on that last pass play. Now it's 2nd and 5. Zings it complete to the right. And they get him down.
And what a nice play by the DB. You have to understand, that wide receiver gets that ball that quick. It's tough to get him on the ground. Nice job getting a hold of him, getting him on the ground for no gain.
Shotgun snap on 3rd down. Got his man on the right. Breaks into the open. And he'll run it into the end zone. Touchdown, Tigers. This dude is putting on a show, taking up residence in the end zone by the air and by the ground, in keeping with what Clemson looks for in a quarterback.
Man, this is unbelievable. I mean, you've seen so many great guys run through, and Clemson majors in quarterbacks that can throw, can run, and really be dynamic, and this guy is having himself a day.
Number 81 set to kick this one away.
Fielded in the end zone, it's Turner. And they'll get him on the ground as the offense comes out to start the next drive. The Bayou Bengals will run the offense out onto the field. Time is running short. They've let this game get away from them a little bit. They must get something done here to have a chance to pull it out late. Throwing, Lewis, looking to buy time. It'll be incomplete. Tried to extend the play, but just couldn't find anybody open.
Well, we've got a close game here at the start of the 4th quarter, right? This team obviously is down, but they're not playing it close to the vest. Being aggressive, first play of the drive, trying to throw it down the field. They're going to have to complete some of these if they're going to get this comeback win in this game.
Lewis wants to pass. He'll try to do it himself. He'll step out of bounds right at the 35-yard line, and maybe they've got something cooking. LSU right back to the line.
Well, you just get the feeling, too, that if they're going to claw their way back in this game, his legs are going to have to be a factor. What a great job scrambling that time. Nothing open. He didn't panic. He saw some green grass. He was able to get outside, away from the defense, get upfield, pick up the first down. That play is going to help their momentum. They need more scramble plays like that from him.
Here's Lewis to throw. Stepping to the right. And he's left with no option but to throw it away.
And that goes down as incompletion, but that's a smart play. And the QB coach and the OC will be very happy with the decision of the quarterback. He got outside the pocket. He obviously was, so he's outside the tackle boxes. He knew he could throw it away as long as he got it past the line of scrimmage. Nothing there, nothing open. Live to fight another down.
Holding penalties, the ultimate drive killer. We'll see if it costs this offense here. That holding call's really got them backed up. They're facing 2nd and 20. Trying play action. Pick off. What a play to set him up. Right down the gut of the field. Touchdown, Tigers. And they turn it into a defensive score. Now they'll line up for what they hope is automatic. And now with the extra point, they're up by 18 here in the fourth.
That makes the score. Clemson 35, LSU 17.
He'll bring it out. It's Durham. Rolling the dice to bring it out of the end zone did not work out as he stopped at the 13. The LSU offense comes out to start this drive. It looks as if this game is going to be one to just drag to the recycle bin, but the idea now is to finish strong and just take whatever happens in the rankings next week.
Well, it's a nice change-up call on offense because obviously in the fourth quarter, you're down by a bunch of points and everybody in the stadium is expecting you to throw it to get back in the game. So you dial up the run play and you get a huge gainer. Hopefully that can give this offense the momentum.
Snags it and there's running room. He'll be stopped at the 41, but give him 10 on that play.
Hey, down in the fourth quarter, you better have a dude at the quarterback spot. They do, and they're going to trust him, and he's going to have to continue to deliver like this, making plays down the field, protecting the football, but we know he has the ability.
Back to pass, it's Levitt. Flips it out in the flat. And the defense had that one well covered, just a short gain there.
And defensively, this is exactly what you want, right? You got the big lead, so you can play big zone coverages. Just keep the ball in front of you. Keep your eye on the quarterback. Rally to the football. Gang tackle. And you're going to win this game.
Motion from the wideout. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Durham. Strong, firm tackle.
And that run really didn't go anywhere. And a lot of times we don't focus on it enough, but how important those five guys are up front. To get on those defensive linemen, to try to move them out of the way, to get a run game going, it squarely falls on the shoulder of those five offensive linemen.
Stopped cold by this defense. They tried to fool him with the run, and nobody was buying it. Down by multiple possessions, they can't come up empty on this drive in the fourth quarter. They'll go for it on fourth down. He is stopped short, and they'll turn it over on downs. Just a crushing blow at this point in the game. And it's incomplete. If you're going to take a hit like that, you might as well hang on to the ball. They're dealing with a second and long. Everybody and their brother showing blitz. Hit and brought down right at the line of scrimmage.
Got to give the defense credit. Watching film, anticipating. They knew that this offense had this play in their back pocket. They knew about the speed of this wide receiver and different ways they were going to try to get him involved. Everybody on defense on the same page, playing together. I love it.
He is stopped at the 47-yard line, and that's not nearly enough to move the chains. Clemson will send the punt team out. They'll look to pin him deep. And he will boom that punt out of bounds. No chance for a return. Let's see where the officials spot it. They'll get this drive going from the 17. Looking to throw, it's Levitt. Caught over the middle, it's Green. Brought down at the 28, but it's a 10-yard gain. They'll hurry to the line with the clock still running.
I don't know if this defense knows what just hit them because they gave up the completion, they gave up a first down, and now here's the offense back up at the line of scrimmage.
And he throws another interception, his third one of the night. And they'll drag him down after a good return on the interception. Couldn't ask for better starting field position for this offense. Running inside, it's Haynes. They didn't get a push at all on that one. It'll be no gain on the play.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
The transfer has it his first carry. Really good job by everybody there. Well blocked, good run, and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. With yet another unranked team taking down a ranked opponent. Does a portal help level this out a little bit where it's really difficult to know which team should be ranked in the first place?
I think the portal certainly helps. At the end of the day, though, they just wanted it more today, and that win is going to help recruiting. It's going to help their confidence moving forward. I know this, David, every team on the rest of their schedule, they're now taking account and notice of this team.
And I completely agree. Like, you start to build momentum, and then momentum helps you find more guys in the portal and helps high school recruiting. So big ranked win today. And, hey, who knows? Maybe this gets them in the rankings in the near future.
That's going to do. Stadium, Baton Rouge. Early season momentum at stake here as we have a Week 2 clash here on EA Sports College Football. It's the Louisiana Tech Bulldogs and the LSU Tigers. Reese Davis, David Pollack, Jesse Palmer with you, and Holly Rowe is down on the sideline. Hello, Holly.
Checking in with Louisiana Tech's head coach pregame. He knows that they are not one of the Power 4 conferences, but they are here to prove they can compete with anyone. His team is fired up and ready to prove they are just as good as this top-ranked team. Back to you.
Thanks, Holly. Looking forward to see how this one goes. LSU ready to kick it away to get things started. And he's coming out of the end zone. He's brought down at the 16. Would have been much better off to take the touchback. The Bulldogs offense will get first crack at it today. And here's the big fella, senior tight end. They'll try to feed him today. And this guy's developed quite nicely as a security blanket for his quarterback. This place is roaring, and it's going to be so hard to operate under these conditions. Dropping back, it's Baker. It's complete to the left. Works his way to the 41, and that is plenty to give him a first down. Louisiana Tech pushing the tempo.
And as soon as the receiver caught the ball, you saw the quarterback start communicating to his teammates what the next play was going to be because they're now changing the tempo and going fast.
He stopped just a chain link or two away from the first down and sets them up beautifully here. The Bulldogs have a lot of options on 2nd and inches. Right back to the well. And he got enough for the first down, but somebody put the hit stick upside his head.
Yeah, and it's so nice. Don't overthink it, right? Just hand it off, get the first down, new set of downs, let's go.
Looking to throw on first down. Grabbed over the middle. It's Wilkerson. They stop him just a link or two short of the first, and man, what they can do on 2nd down here.
I love the QB here. He holds it, he holds it, he holds it just long enough to let the receiver run the drag route, and then he puts it out in front. So we can catch it on the run in stride. Upfield to use his speed.
And on 2nd and short, they'll send 3 receivers wide right. That's reeled in. It's Miller. And he should have enough for a Louisiana Tech first down. Passing game kept his drive moving. Let's see if they try it again. Looking to throw on first down. Quick strike complete. They make the stop, trying to pick up just a little bit at a time to get to that first down marker. You can barely hear yourself thinking here as they're trying to get this defense off to a good start. They'll go to work in the air on 2nd down. Punts it out of the air. Breaks free, and he might be gone. He'll be stopped, but not before he carries it down to the 9-yard line, and that's why you get the ball in the hands of your playmakers. Quarterback on the keeper. Stopped in the backfield. He's going to lose 3 yards on the play. And after that run, there is a player still down on the field. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. The run up the middle, trying to find his way to the goal line. He's tackled right at the 10-yard line, and they're trying to cash in on this drive. Now 3rd and goal, and tough yardage to cover here. Back to the ground with the running back. By this defense, but they are still in field goal range. Clock stops momentarily as there is an injured Bulldog on the play. That's the junior offensive lineman that they're counting on. We hope he can return to play soon. They're happy enough to try to take the points as the field goal unit heads out. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head.
I'll tell you, this is not an easy place to play on the road, especially at nighttime. This crowd, they get loud. That's the way it's been so far, but they have a nice drive to open it up. They're able to execute. They put themselves in field goal range, knock it through the uprights. They did exactly what they needed to do, taking a 3-0 lead here early on the road. That's impressive.
Looking for an alley from inside his own 10. Couldn't find a way to create that broken field as he stopped at the 25. The Tigers offense, who will go to work for the first time in this one. And we get our first look at Sam Levitt. Came over in the portal from Arizona State. He had a tough game in that loss last time out. 3 times he threw picks and only 1 touchdown pass.
offense punches it in again, and we call his name again. That's 2 touchdowns now in 2 games with still more. He played. I tell you what, I think this guy's name will be called a lot more throughout the season. He's that kind of good.
And the extra point. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. Ready to get this drive cranked up. A little bit of feeling each other out. They're down 7-3 as they open this drive. Catch in the middle. It's Wilkerson. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few. What will they dial up on second, and a long way to go. They'll run play action. With the catch, it's Finley. And they pick up just a few on that completion. They are calling for their defense in Baton Rouge. A huge third down coming up. Dropping back, it's Baker. Flips it out to the back. Breaks the tackle. Makes the grab, and it's enough for the first down before he's dragged to the ground. And the Bulldogs come to the line with a new set of downs. Lost to throw again. Oh, what a spectacular layout and catch. Just nosing into enemy territory at the 49. It's 1st and 10. Wants to throw it again. And the Heat gets home. They knock him down back at the 45.
And the defense gets a sack, and that's going to be the big determining factor in this football game. A week ago, he only got sacked 1 time. They've already got him on the ground. If they want to win this football game, they got to keep getting after the quarterback.
The Bulldogs with a long way to go after the loss on the last play. Back to pass on 2nd down. Caught in the backfield, it's Booth. Good, solid tackle.
One of the things you love about this running back is not only can he run between the tackles, but he's also a weapon in this offense, catching the football.
Finds his man. He gets it to the 38-yard line, and they'll pick up a fresh set of downs. And the Bulldogs, after moving the sticks through the air, come to the line. The run inside. It's Brooks. He breaks a tackle. Able to squeeze out a couple on the play. It's down at the 35. Backed up now. Here's 2nd and long. Using his legs. It's Booth. Across the 25, he's got room. He gets across the 20 and finally out of bounds at the 19. They're in the red zone. The Bulldogs kept this drive moving on the ground, now back to work. Trying to cap this drive with the pass. A little screen to the running back. And it's pretty obvious there was a big hole in that screen, and the defense ran right through it.
And that's a really good play by this defense because you want to run a screen offensively when they're blitzing. When they bring pressure, you can throw it right over the top, get it to them, get some space, but they stayed home just enough there to make the play and get the tackle for a loss.
Time winding down in the quarter as they come to the line. Looking downfield, it's Baker. Works the middle. Runs through it. It's a fumble. That football must be riveted to your rib cage. How can you let it go? At least they fell on it. Let's take a look at how these quarterbacks have fared in the early going after the first period. They'd love to start this quarter off with a touchdown right here. He'll pull it on the read. Nothing doing, and he was lucky to get back to the line of scrimmage at 2nd and goal. Look at this defense. Shoulders sagging, tongues hanging out. 13 plays they've endured from this offense. Bringing the heat. And he got smacked just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. A 3rd and goal, and this defense feeling energy from the crowd. Keeping it on the ground inside. It's Booth. He stopped short of the sticks. They're still in field goal range if they choose to kick it here. And here comes the field goal unit for the second time tonight. This whole place going to see if this kicker can operate in a sea of noise. Didn't make him sweat at all. It's good. That brings him to within 1.
And you want a touchdown and you want to be aggressive, but man, right down the middle, that obviously gives me some confidence down the road that I can trust this guy.
Not a lot of space to be found. Good hustle by the coverage team, and they stop him at the 21. Tigers sending out their offense ready to get this drive started. A quick strike touchdown up top the last time they had it, Jesse. They'd love to do it again.
No doubt. They've got so many playmakers on the perimeter, David. Just find a way to get these guys the ball in space.
And you already started, man. Making that big play, opening up this offense. This quarterback is feeling good about himself. I wouldn't be surprised if they give it right back to him.
Looking for a man. It's Levin. Using his legs, keeping his eyes downfield. He goes out of bounds after a solid gain on the play.
Man, he's just kind of proven that he's difficult to defend. And when I'm playing defense, and we've seen him have success throwing the ball through the air, but now, nice job dropping back, trying to force the ball down the field, but does a really smart thing. Just kind of tucks it, takes off, and gets the first down. This guy's showing you a little bit of everything today.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Running inside, it's Barry. And he throws hands with that strong, stiff arm, but still not a lot of running room there.
And those little runs, man, they don't look great in the box score, but I love when an offense stays on schedule, and it makes those third downs more manageable, easier, harder to attack me now from the defensive perspective, trying to get to me. So
finding some room. The tag. Touchdown, Tiger. How about this back staying on track and getting it in on the option?
They call it the option because there's so many options on the play. There's so many things they can do. The defense did a good job taking away the quarterback. But, man, they lost track of the running back. Great blocking. Running back takes it all the way for the huge touchdown.
And they kick it through for the extra point, and they have an 8-point lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they capped it off with a scintillating 57-yard touchdown run. On the move from inside his 5. And the return man reaches the end of the line, and down he goes. Here comes the Louisiana Tech offense back onto the field. Always good to get points on a drive, David, but chip shot field goals can leave you a little empty.
And I think it's great to get points, but the great teams get touchdowns in the red area. You got to get out there this time and execute a little better on this drive.
You're absolutely right, David. Generally, the best red zone offenses are the ones that run the ball the best. So let's see if they can be a little bit more physical on this drive.
Under fire.
Well, the offense got themselves into trouble. They're back in their own end. It's an obvious passing situation, so the defense is just pinning their ears back, and they're trying to get after him. They could not allow him to escape, step up, get rid of the football. They take a sack very close to the goal line.
And he was able to run through one tackle, but still only a modest gain. Louisiana Tech will have to punt. Doesn't say much for your drive when you're looking forward to the punt. Cradles it at the 35. Coverage team able to put a stop to that return at the 42-yard line. The Tigers send out the offense to go to work. If you like old-fashioned, grind-it-out, run-over a football, that last touchdown drive was for you, Jesse.
That was impressive, man. Great blocking up front and tough physical running by these ball carriers, David.
And now you wonder how the defense responds. Like, are they going to get way more aggressive to try to stop the run? I got to do something to break the rhythm of that running game.
And he stopped right there, no gain on the play.
And you want to run the football. That's okay. You'll take some of these. But if they start to add up down the road, obviously, you might want to think about airing it out a little bit.
A little wrinkle here as they go to the Wildcat and use the extra blocker. Motion from the back. On the direct snap, it's Wilson. Makes the catch and he's free. They found a little running room out of the Wildcats, still short of the first down marker. And the Tigers come to the line trying to find a way to convert on third and very short. And high down the left side. He makes a grab. So close to that end zone. He can almost taste it, but it'll be first and goal for this offense. Might be calling a hot route. He's looking to pass. Fired in from the red zone for the score.
And I love the bounce back for this offense. We lost a week ago. Let's put that in the rearview mirror. That game's gone. Let's improve. Let's get better. So far in this first half, they've done just that.
And they tacked on the extra point. He'll start the return inside his 5. And the returner will be brought down. This drive will open from the 15. The run inside. It's Brooks. He's going to lose a yard on that one.
This offense has really struggled, and I think you're just waiting for one play, one explosive play to happen to hopefully galvanize you a bit offensively. That's not the case, and there, they try to run the football in the first play of the drive.
And a sack all the way back at the 5.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they built the lead.
On third and long, he'll have to turn it loose deep. Unloads to the right. Got his man downfield. Turning it on. Brought down after the huge gain gets this offense set up at the 27. The Bulldogs using their first timeout. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. This offense capable of exploding at any moment. Now they're set up inside the 30 with a 1st and 10. Throws to the wideout. Soft spot in the middle. And they make the connection, and he's got it at the 10-yard line, set up with a red zone opportunity. To throw, it's Baker. Here's a heat. And he was drilled just as he released the pass. It's incomplete. Defense rose up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a 2nd and long coming. Looking to fire. A little too much on that one, just out of his reach.
But how loud is it in this building? This is crazy. These fans are going absolutely nuts. And I used to love when the fans got involved, and I'm on defense, because it messes with the snap count. It messes with the communication, and it can really rattle an offense.
They'll run the field goal unit back out there. This kicker has already banged a couple through. This crowd trying to do its part to get inside the kicker's head. Just drives it between the uprights. Are forced to settle for the field goal.
And listen, y'all know in the booth and everywhere how I feel about kickers. Don't always love leaving it on their foot, so to speak, but nice job executing. He keeps doing stuff like that. I'll keep trotting him out there.
Inside 30 seconds to play in the half. We'll see how aggressive they are on this drive. So they were getting up against the play clock, and they don't want the penalty. They'll take the timeout here. They'll have 2 left to work with before the half. Just a few seconds remaining here as they try to put something up before halftime. Wants to adjust the pattern. They're going to open this drive with a pass. He's going for it all. It's picked off, and they ruin the drive with a turnover. And he's wrapped up after a solid return on the pick.
And you wonder if that interception is going to bring this guy back down to reality a little bit. He was lights out early in this game. Everything he was throwing was right on the money, and that might have been a decision.
He tosses one high and deep down the left side. Pass is incomplete, and that's going to do it for the first half. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Fellas, welcome in to our EA Sports Studios here in Orlando, the Week 2 edition of our College Football Update.